y'all, welcome to another vlog. Pretty much a reading journal. I like when I see those type of names, like when people say like visual journal, reading journal. That's what this is. This is a visual journal. But hi, welcome to the vlog. Hope you'll stick around. I have been in such a weird mood where I feel discombobulated. Like I feel like I have so much energy to do things, but I'm not sure where I want to place the energy yet. So I'm trying to dial back and chill. Okay. So I have had so much footage and I just scrapped all of it. I was just like, let's start completely fresh. So hi, hello, welcome to another vlog. I think it's Monday. No, it's Tuesday. Maybe it's Wednesday. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whenever you watch this, it is the start of a new vlog. That's fine. Let's do a reading update for what I have completed through this season of my whimsical, I guess, mood. I don't know. I have just been kind of like all over the place. It has just been unpredictable and whimsical, and I've just been like, I told myself I was going to slow down my reading. That has not been happening. Excuse me. I told myself I was going to read like one book at a time. That has not been happening. So there's that. And I'm not even mad about it. So far, this month, we're in the month of February, Black History Month, month of love, even though Black History is history. So it's not just February. Okay. Anyway, I have completed All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. I did Homies, which is a collection of poems by Dennis Smith. I finally got the courage to complete Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson, and that Tiffany knows how to grab me by my eyelashes every time. She does not hold your hand. She does not care. Okay. So I completed that. I also finished Big Daddy Mars. Okay. John Mars dead in... Oh, she's somebody else. Dead in the Water. So we will talk about a little bit of all the books and a summary of all of them, but that is what has been completed since the last time I have made an appearance here with y'all, because like I said, I have been making content and I just deleted it because I was just like, I don't like any of it, right? So it just kind of is what it is, right? Back to the drawing board. So that's life, right? I am in the middle of, now there have been books that I have mentioned that I started and then you have not heard anything about them since. Don't worry about that. Mind your business. They still sitting there. Ain't nothing changed with my mood. Okay. So with that, gotta go get coffee. That has not changed. Gotta go get coffee. Just finished a rover. Such a beautiful day. Got amazing news, and life is just beautiful, right? Life is just beautiful. So it's a beautiful day. We're gonna enjoy this beautiful day. So yeah, gonna go get coffee. Need to get some breakfast. I have another rover client, and then I'll see what I want to do for the day. It's such a pretty day. Maybe go read in the park. It is cold though. It is cold. That is the only thing. It's cold this time. It's not warm. So we shall see. Okay, so I have this list on my Libby app, right, where I just will scroll through Libby like it's Amazon. I scroll through it like I'm shopping, honey. Okay, and I will just click on things. I will add them as a tag, and I will put them in the maybe category. And so I said, Casey, this is the perfect time to like go through there and see what is in there, right? I found 2 audiobooks that I have started. The first one is The Ghost of Gwendolyn Montgomery. Now, this is a spiritual type of thriller, metaphysical type of thriller. Okay. She just straight ran that light. I'm glad I'm glad I stopped. Anyway, Gwendolyn, the ghost of Gwendolyn Montgomery, follows Gwendolyn, who is a well-to-do, sought-after publicist. And in New York, all the companies, all the clients want to work with her. If you are a client for her, you are in the know, right? And Gwendolyn has this spiritual ability that she has been avoiding, right? Now, I did not get super far into it. I think I'm like 15-20% into it, so I'm still getting the information as well. However, something happens where Gwendolyn is going to meet Fonzie. Fonzie is a psychic, a South Bronx Latin psychic, and he's got a message for her. Now, this book is very interesting because it is an adult book. It has adult topics and it's got some adult situations. One of those is Fonzie is intimate with a spirit. Now, for those who are in the spiritual know of that happens. So he is willingly doing this. That is something that is talked about. So this book is not going to be for everyone. I read that in chapter 2 and I said, okay. All right, this is what we're doing. Okay, and I'm here to understand it. I'm here to read about it, right? Now, this does follow a Afro-Latin, the Afro-Latin side of spirituality. It talks about deities and the Orishas, and Orishas, I'm still learning, and I don't want to get it wrong. I think they are West African gods, but they are utilized in a lot of cultures, I should say. So it talks about Oshun, who is goddess of like love and fresh water, rivers, and then you have Yamaya, right, who is the goddess of the sea. So these two have already been mentioned, right? That these characters honor them, celebrate them, and so forth. So if that is not something you are interested in, then this book will probably not be for you, because it definitely is heavy on those cultures and that side of spirituality, and I am like personally all here for it. I love it. So that is what that book is leaning towards. Now, I did take a little bit of a minute off of it because I just wasn't really vibing with Gwendolyn's character yet, but I think it will just take some time, right? I'm still new into the book, so that's fine. The other book that I am really having a good time with is called Through Our Teeth. And this is a YA whodunit thriller, actually. And this is fun. This is fun. This is following a bunch of high schoolers who are working together to get down to who unalived their friend. Everyone is saying that their friend deleted herself. They believe otherwise, okay? They do not believe this at all. They believe someone did it. And the person that they do believe to have done it is her boyfriend, who is this prominent basketball star. He is, like everyone wants him. He is popular. He's good looking. Like he can never do any wrong, right? That kind of thing. So as you have this group of girls who are friends but fell out after the death of their friend, but now they're coming back together to work together. So it's interesting because it's like they don't necessarily trust each other, but they want to get the job done, but they also are still side-eyeing each other, if that makes sense, while side-eyeing the boyfriend. And I never read YA for the character development. I I don't ever expect a high schooler to be like, oh my God, this is the way of life. I never expect them to have a come to spirit moment. Not really, depending on the circumstances. That they're just babies, right? So I am not shocked that one of the girls is boy crazy, and she happens to be boy crazy over the main suspect. Who wouldn't be boy crazy at that age over a 6'4" chocolate basketball star with all his teeth, who's got money? I mean, you don't ask for much when you're in high school. You know what I mean? You don't ask for much. So I'm not shocked that she's like, maybe he's not lying. So you also have to worry about her, right? And if it's true, did he actually do something or not? So what I am really enjoying about this book is it is creepy, and you definitely have some characters who are they with the sheets. Okay, Kizzy's one of them. Kizzy's like, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. I'm about to F him up. I don't care, and then you have like Liv, who's like, maybe, she's like, Hope was my best friend, but I also really love him, and I think we could get married. You have that one. But it just is what it is. So I never expect YA to give me that, oh my God, they learned so much. They're kids. It's just the plot. The plot sounds so fun because not only are they with each other, but kind of not trusting each other, someone else is like following them. And then they like start finding out other things about, Hope, their friend. So it's just kind of like, okay, I'm enjoying this. I am enjoying this. This is going to be fun. The mom of one of the daughters is like this prominent, huge real estate agent. So they have like this huge house. So now the house is like under attack. Like the lights all went out, and like there's this big storm. So like it's kind of exciting. So I definitely think I can finish this today because I want to know what's going on. I truthfully feel that Hope, who is the girl who was unalive / they think deleted herself, I think she just unfortunately had like some unfortunate people around her. So hey Bookie Bat, what's going on? Okay, I am back. I got a coffee, got some breakfast, and I still have some time before my next rover, but there's really no point in like rushing, like going home and getting comfortable. So I am going to just kind of chill. Well, I was gonna park near the park, but they're doing all this construction, so that's not gonna be cute. So I'm just gonna go like park in like the shopping center that's up here. Oh no, there's another park over here I can go park in. But what I was saying is, when I was talking about Through Our Teeth, that one's by Pamela N. Harris. I am not sure I said who the ghost of Gwendolyn Montgomery is by. I think his name is, it will be on the screen. I want to say his name is Clarence, but I'm not too sure of his last name. However, anyway, for the Through Our Teeth, what I am enjoying about it is the fact that even though it is a thriller YA whodunit, I want her boyfriend, even though her boyfriend may be, a unaliver. The author really talks about mental health, and I am really enjoying that aspect of it and respecting that side of it, because that is not, in my opinion, it's getting talked about a little bit more, but not enough to, it still has barely touched made a dent in the surface of mental health and teenagers and people in general, but mainly teenagers, because I just feel that teenagers are already trying to, nothing is developed when it comes to children or to teens yet, right? And so they have all this on the weight of the world on their shoulder, whether it's like what they're going to do after high school, who likes who, they're not popular enough, whatever's going on at home, right? All that matters, and then you put mental health on top of it, and it's just overwhelming. So I'm really enjoying that she has brought up mental health and panic attacks and just medication and that she's on medication. So it's just like, okay, this is really insightful, and I'm really appreciative of this. So I am enjoying that part of it. So like I said, I'm hoping to have this done. I'm enjoying the narrator because I've got her on like 2.25, honey, and it still sounds very clear. Like, I'm scared to hear her on 1 because she may be a little too slow for me, but I have her on 2.25, and it's still like I can hear the pauses, I can understand everything. It's like she's having a normal conversation. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm enjoying. So yeah, I'm gonna sit at this park. I'm not gonna get out because it's still kind of cold, but I am gonna come sit here, and I am going to listen to a little bit more of, yeah, we'll turn here, a little bit more of Through Our Teeth, and I will get back to y'all after my y'all. Hello. Your girl is kind of dressed and ready for the world. Not too much on her now, not too much. I don't want that. So I'm just out and about enjoying the day. I think I'm going to go to the waterfront area and maybe walk around. I'm not really hungry, so don't really need anything to eat. Would love to find a place to like sit and read and journal and just do a little bit of that for now. So we shall see. I always really enjoy downtown area, waterfront area, because what are we doing? Just because there's so many like little shops and stuff there, and it's always just so cool. There's a metaphysical shop that sometimes I'll go to if I'm running out of things. So I definitely like checking that out. But we're just gonna walk and see what kind of restaurants are out here, what kind of like little sit down places, little coffee shops. I mean, it's almost 3, so the coffee shops are pretty much like done for the day over here. They are definitely, you know, morning type places, which is understandable. You know, that is the rush hour business time. So besides that, we're probably just gonna go take a look around, see what we see. I'm not necessarily gonna park near the waterfront. I'm gonna park closer to the downtown area because that's more what I want to see, and then we'll go look at the water. It might be really cold. I don't really want to take my jacket, but I should. So I will catch y'all somewhere, someplace, maybe, who knows. We'll see where the day brings us.
Since my hair got cut and dyed, and I've had 7 days since I tried to rip a chapter out my mind. I've tried, and his laugh is just as soft as yours, smiling just as wide. He could be what I like, and his voice is just as dark as yours, freckles just as light. Could be what I desire. Still feels like my hands are tied, hands are tied, hands are tied. Cause he's got those stranger eyes, stranger eyes, stranger eyes. And he could be what I like, what I like, what I like. But he's got those stranger eyes, stranger eyes, stranger eyes.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. It is a beautiful day. Let me say something. This year might have started off a little rough. I feel a little discombobulated. But when I tell you, I have met the people I have been manifesting. I have met the people, the community, the loved ones who are supposed to be in my life. And I've manifested the ones who are not meant to be around me. I have manifested them to leave. And I'm just so grateful and so honored. And I just had to like really sit with that, because it just, not everyone is blessed like that to have a community, unfortunately. I wish it for everybody. I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. It's just a beautiful thing, man. Like, oh my goodness. I'm just so, like, I'm not gonna say too much, but I was talking to one last night, and we like have agreed that we probably we're like soulmates. Definitely. We're like soulmates from another life. She was like, honey, I think we were like husband and wife. I could see that. Just like India Ari says. I just feel like we are bonded, like, and we just have the best conversations, the most uplifting conversations. It's just such a beautiful thing. And so to go to bed with knowing such a beautiful soul wants to be a part of my life and wants to see my growth and wants to encourage me, and I want to do the same for her. To be able to call her family, to be able to call her a friend, to be able to say, I trust this person, you know what I mean? And then to wake up to such a beautiful day, it's just such a blessing. It's such a blessing. I just have to say that. Like, when you find your people, y'all, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. It makes such a huge difference in how you see the world and how you respond to the world. I'm off my soapbox now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hair's getting caught up. I am out at my appointment. Like I said, beautiful day. Not too sure. I think I might run to a coffee shop and finish through Our Teeth. It is good. I am enjoying it. And like I said, I love that the author put in mental health. And I mean, it talks about like self-deleting. It talks about panic attacks. I really love that she mentioned this for this like generation of this young age, right? And she also mentions DV among young ones. So this is just not a thriller. It is a pretty heavy, read, because unfortunately it's not just adults who go through this, it's kids too. So I am really enjoying where it's going. Like I said, I never expect character development from young adult. I never expect it from high schoolers. She is still big on having a crush on this guy who is pretty much a-hole, we're finding out, right? But she's like, that's not how I know him. So we're not going to expect much from that. That's usually what happens, right? So, but the plot is good. Just got to who is doing the twisting and the plotting and the turning, and I'm like, good for you. Excuse me. I'm with it. So there's that. I am actually early for my appointment. I'm so happy. That's why I'm sitting here talking to y'all real quick. I think there is another like little place I want to try. It's like a little cafe that's near where I usually go get my breakfast. I might try that today. I always thought it was closed, but when I walked by, I saw the schedule and I was like, oh, it's open every day for like, and the time on there. So I was like, okay, might try that next. They have like coffee and pastries and maybe like breakfast sandwiches and stuff. So that would be cool. So try that area, try that out. And we'll see. So yesterday I went to this place in the downtown area near me, and I had some wings, had some fries, wasn't really hungry, had already eaten breakfast, so I wasn't really hungry. Had a drink, but I really just was there to like get out of the house and do some reading, catch up on my journal writing. Bartenders, everybody was really cool, cute little spot. But when I was walking to and from, I noticed a aerial workout studio. I will be calling. I am intrigued. I want to try that so bad. I think it'll be so fun. I'll put like a picture of it here, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows what that is. And they have like this anti-gravity class or something. And I want to do that because I think that would be so good on my lower back. It would be so good for confidence. It would just be so good for my strength. And just like my loved one who I was talking with last night, we were having these conversations, something that I told her that has been sticking with me, that she told me like a couple months ago, probably a month or two ago, whatever. Growth is uncomfortable. And if it's uncomfortable, but you're excited about doing it, that's growth. And so that's how I feel about anything I want to do now. if I feel uncomfortable in a way where it's like I'm psyching myself out and it's not like an actual danger, then I want to do it. Because the first thing that came to my mind when I thought of the Ariel is I'm too big. I'm going to be the only black person in the room. Like, can those things hold my weight? Like, I'm plus size. And I was like, all that is uncomfortable, but that's growth. So yeah, I will be the only black person in the room. I will be the biggest person in the room, but I'll be in the room. And so I tell her thank you for that every day, because she's right. Growth is uncomfortable. So I'm just so grateful for her. But I was so grateful to find that place. That's why I wanted to walk down there, because I was like, I want to see what else is down here. And there's so many little shops and little, restaurants and bookstores. There's a couple of bookstores and little dessert shops and stuff, tattoo shops. So I was like, I want to see what's down here. And I had been by before where I saw a cycling place like further down, and I was like, that would be fun to do. But the Ariel is what I have really been wanting to do, and it's really intimate. So I definitely want to try that, and I will be trying it this year. I will be calling them, so I'm super excited. Let me go in here to my appointment. Of course, already got my coffee. That's a no-go. That's a done deal. And get in here, and I think that's it. Oh yeah. I love this coat. I love this coat. So yes.
Dripping like gold, you got me so wild. Dripping like gold, I'm a queen, I'm a queen, I'm a queen. Dripping like gold, you got me so wild. I'm out of control. I'm a queen, I'm a queen, I'm a queen. Dripping like gold, you got me so wild.
Hey friends. Hey. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness. It's another beautiful day. I've got my walks that I'm heading to, that I'm kind of pushing for time, but it's all good, right? What is going on? Oh, what's going on? I finished Through Our Teeth by Pamela N. Harris, and I gave it like 3.75, 4 stars. I think I'm gonna stop saying my rating, and I'm gonna say if I would recommend it or not. I think that's easier, because everyone's rating system is so different, which makes it even more fun, right? But I would recommend this to people who do, one, you do have to kind of like YA, because you can't expect much from the characters being their age, because there was a review where someone said that they were written perfectly as teenagers because they did all this stuff and did not think of consequences, right? Kids rarely get that far ahead, but there were some heavy topics, so there are trigger warnings for that, for DV, for mental health and unalivings and stuff like that. So definitely be on the watch for that. However, I enjoyed it because I could have finished it earlier, but I fell asleep. And I really want to know what was happening, because I'm like, what is going on? Now, I didn't necessarily like the main character, but that's okay. Like I said, I don't expect character development from YA. I don't expect that, right? So because she was still like into the boy who was like the main suspect kind of thing, I'm not really surprised, However, I think this is one of those books that definitely would have did good as multiple POV, because everybody was lying about something, honey. You hear me? They was all lying about something. So I am glad that was my first read from Pamela. I might look at her other books. I'm not sure. That one just happened to catch my eye. So that one is done. I also got the memoir for Trina, the baddest. I love Trina, okay? So I've been listening to that. And I love her accent. I love her voice. I love her accent. She's a good rapper. Love her. So I am probably going to finish that. Not really going to say too much on it. It's her life. You know what I mean? So I would recommend it if you like memoirs, if you like rap, if you know like of Trina and you like Trina, then I definitely would recommend it. I think so far I am enjoying it. So love it. I also have a I also have a, what is it? What is it called? I can't think of the name. Oh, Escape by Asira. And I feel like I actually had that. I've read something from Asira before, but I got this from the Bray event, which is the Black Readers Appreciation event that happens every year, where all Black authors are so gracious enough to like have their books out for either cheaper or free, where you can like stuff your Kindle, you know, and stuff like that. So I got this one off of the horror section from that event, and it's just like 5 short stories of horror. And they are horror, honey. Okay, one was like a plastic surgery one, which creeps me out. And then another one was like this cheating fiance. It was a whole bunch of stuff, but it was it's very entertaining. So I'm having a good time with it. So I'm gonna actually finish listening to Trina while I'm on my walk. And yeah, I'm gonna put a couple of books by Asira that I've actually have downloaded from previous Bray events that I haven't gotten to yet. But I also read one from this author already. So I was like, okay, cool. And dang, I remember the cover, but I don't remember the book. Like, that's the crazy part. But you know, that happens. But let's get on this walk and let's listen to Trina. Let's go pick up Little Miss Dublin, and then we're gonna go get some coffee. Okay, hi, Dublin. Hey, Mama. You in your ear. Hey, Bookie Bag. And you're so cute in here. All right, let's go to dinner. All right, y'all. Hello. It's a cloudy day today, but it's still a beautiful day because, you know, we are thankfully alive and, you know, hopefully get to see another day. I went to dinner with a really good friend of mine last night, and she came up to see me, and she is actually getting married soon, so that is exciting. The only thing about like being out here in like the Pacific Northwest area is the fact that I'm usually like the only Black person at some of these events. So, but I'm going for her because I was teasing her and I was like, I'm gonna be the only Black person there, huh? And she was like, probably. I'm like, oh gosh. But you know what? I'm going for her. I'm not going for anybody else. I'm going for my girl. I've known her since I've been flying. I've known her for like 9 years, and I remember she was new or new-ish to flying as a first officer, and that's the pilot who takes the right seat, and now she's a captain. She takes the left seat. She commands. She is pilot in command, and I'm just so honored to know her. I love her, and she is a sweetie, and I'm happy for her getting, you know, married and being happy, and, you know, for the success that will come and the love that will come with this. So I'm happy for her. She definitely deserves it. But like I said, I'm heading to my Rover, and then I'm gonna actually get my nails done and taken off today because I do have quite a few events and quite a few events plus her wedding, and I think that it would be probably a good idea to just do a French tip. And as much as I love my blue nails, I think a French tip will be like the safest bet for all of my outfits. So I'm gonna do that. It is supposed to rain the rest of this weekend, so we shall see. I need to sit and start making my oh, I found it. Perfect. Start making my doctor's appointments. I have to be an adult, so I made my acupuncture appointment already. Now I need to make my dentist. I need to make another one with my primary care, and my OBGYN. Not that y'all asked, but that's what's going on. So I'm here in my Rover. I will talk with y'all a little bit later, or maybe when I get in, about the books that I have been reading. I haven't really finished anything. I'm hoping to finish Trina's audio today. I have like 2 hours or maybe like an hour 40 left. So maybe I'll listen to that while I'm getting my pedicure done. And I haven't finished the horror stories by Asira yet, but I'm almost done with that as well. So that is the goal, to finish those today. And we'll see what the next books are. But I'll talk a little bit more about Trina's book if you might be interested in that, but I love the fact that she narrates it. I never do any memoirs as audio, only if they are narrated by the author. I just feel like they put there's so much more emotion into it because they're like reliving some of the situations. So you can just kind of hear it in their tones and in their voice and stuff. So I appreciate that. So let me go in here and I will see y'all a little bit later, or maybe I will let you meet little Miss Ruby real quick. Say hi, hey, Miss Ruby. You got the sweetheart. You got the baby, huh? You got the baby. I know you are. You got the sweet girl. You got that sweet girl, huh? Yeah, you are. Huh? Yeah, oh my goodness. All right, y'all. I am done with my nails. Done getting the nails done. And it is raining. And I just want to go home and get back in the bed and read and get cozy with Princess because I just don't want to be out. But finished my nails and look how I went simple but clean. Look at that French tip, and I did white toes. Ooh. While I was in there, I did get some sad news about a family friend passing. She was an older woman, so at her age it was to be expected, but it still doesn't change that it was her fault. So just thinking of her and her family and sending well wishes to my mom. My mom gets very, not very, it hits her fairly hard, especially because she saw her more than I did since I'm out here. But I got that news. I did finish Trina the Baddest. Now I did the audio, like I said, because I enjoy the audio of I forgot that window was down. I enjoy the audio of when memoirs are read by the author, like I said earlier. So I wanted to hear Trina do it. So that's why I like Trina anyway, but that's another reason why I really pushed to read it or listen to it. Now, there is, when they do like the credits and the dedication part on the audio, it says that there is a foreword by Missy Elliott. Now, that was not in the audio. It just says it. So I'm thinking if you get the physical copy, there will be a foreword by Missy Elliott. I'm guessing Missy did not do the audio part and they did not include that. So maybe there's another version of the audio, like if you buy it. But the one that I got from Libby, my libraries, did not have the dedication. So, and I would have loved to see that, just especially with how long they've been friends. And I mean, I really admire her story because it wasn't really a story of coming from like the hood or like coming from the streets, which is never an issue because I completely understand that and I respect that when people come from that and change their lives. But like she was already around well-to-do people who taught her to work hard, you know. And then of course life happened and stuff from the streets ended up affecting her to a certain extent. But her mom was a business owner and real estate agent, you know. Her father, Mr. Happy, he owned like a really successful liquor store that was actually in one of Uncle Luke's music videos. So it's like she already had that opening. And so I like that she didn't shy from that, you know. She was just like, she grew up with Trix. She dated one of Trix's like brother. So they already knew each other. So I mean, these people, I don't know where I was, but I did not know. I forgot she dated Lil Wayne. I know Lil Wayne dated everybody, but I didn't know. I forgot about them dating, and I forgot that it was serious. So, I mean, just all that stuff. And I mean, she talks about like her unfortunate like miscarriages and stuff. And I mean, I just think she's such a beautiful woman. And I like that her story is like, she kind of already had, you know, she knew a little bit of stuff. She knew a little bit of people. She was already in the know. I like that. I think that's cool. So, you know, I like how she talks about like, not knowing him, but how she met them and how they're all friends, even still to this day. I think that that's great. Eve, Lala, Missy, even her childhood friend who she grew up with, who she's go to the parties with. I think that's so cool. So, I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I love her story. I thought it was really good, made her very personable, and I really don't think she gets enough hype, but you know. So I'm in. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna go out. I think it's gonna rain the rest of the day, so I'm probably just gonna finish reading. I did start another book. We will talk about that when I get in the house, and I'm gonna go inside. Okay, y'all. Hi. It is later in the day, or the evening, I should say. It's like 9 or 10, and I didn't really do any reading. I've been playing this game on my phone while I was watching YouTube, so I didn't do any reading. So we're just gonna end the vlog here with finishing up The Baddest by Miss Trina, honey. And I'm gonna start the vlog. What, princess? She wants to go outside, but it's raining. But I'm going to end the vlog here because I actually picked up a turn for tomorrow. So I will see y'all in the morning. It is a heavy duty turn too. It is an Austin, Texas turn. So it's one day, but it's worth like 2 days worth of flying. So I need to get some stuff on my line and do that. So let me go see what Princess wants. I will see y'all in the next vlog. If you want to stick around, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.